A prototype is a function declaration that specifies the parameter types. That is all the word means. Int add taking an inter and an int b, returning int semicolon. And here is something that surprises people. The parameter names in a prototype are optional. Int add, open bracket, int comma int, close bracket, means exactly the same thing to the compiler. The names are pure documentation. We will see why in the lesson on scope. But the short version is that a prototype's parameter names are visible only inside the prototype's own brackets. So they cannot possibly matter to anything else. Even so, write them. A reader looking at void draw taking int comma int has no idea whether that is x and y, or width and height. Void draw taking int x and int y answers the question for free. What you get in return is checking at every call site. Call add with 3 arguments and the compiler stops you too many arguments to function add. Call it with 1 and you get the matching complaint. It will also convert your arguments to the declared types where a conversion is legal and warn you where it is lossy. None of that is possible without the prototype, because without it the compiler simply does not know what add expects. In C99 and later, calling a function with no declaration in scope is an error outright. In C89 it was allowed. The compiler would assume the function returned int and check nothing whatsoever about the arguments. That rule was called implicit declaration. It was a bug factory of the first order, and it is gone. Good riddance. And now the trap, which is the reason this lesson exists. In C17 and everything before it, declaring int add with empty brackets does not mean the function takes no parameters. It means the parameters are unspecified, a leftover from the days before prototypes, and it switches argument checking off completely. So you can call that add with 6 arguments of the wrong types and the compiler will say nothing at all. If you mean no parameters, write int add, open bracket, void, close bracket. That is a real prototype and the compiler will enforce it. C23 finally changed the rule so that empty brackets mean void, which is the same behavior but be explicit anyway. Void in the brackets says the same thing in every version of the language, and it costs you 4 characters. This is also, incidentally, why every main in this course is int main void and not int main with empty brackets.